Welcome back to another episode of fitness, fat loss, fuckery, Q&A, mindset, questions, answers, whatever you need to know in and around those topics we're going to talk about today. But first, this.
See, I like to be taken for dinner and drinks first before you slip your hands into my knicker. Call me old-fashioned. I'm kind of a big deal. Sake.
Boom. All right, guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. Anyone tuning in from wherever in the world, welcome to this LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, across all the platforms. Good to be here. Open Q&A today on fitness, fat loss, health, fitness, burning body fat, losing weight, staying in shape, building muscle, changing your mindset. We're going to cover it all. We're going to take it wherever your questions will take it. I'm going to do a presentation loosely on a post that I did early on today. I put up 9 unpopular truths for some. So we're going to look at some of those points, maybe all of them, maybe just a couple of them. But if you're coming in live, jot your name into the chat. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're tuning in from. All right. Karen is there. Karen, can you let me know if you can hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up or tell me that everything's cool. Just checking this new microphone. I want to make sure that everything's working properly before we crack on. I'm sure it is, but let me know if that would be cool. Karen, where are you coming in from? I know you're on LinkedIn, but let me know where you are in the world. Cyprus, cool. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Just let me know in the chat. Sure, it's okay. Awesome. Yep, you're good. Brilliant. Cyprus, indeed. Whereabouts in Cyprus? I have actually lived in Cyprus when I was 6 months old. My dad was in the RAF, and we got posted to Cyprus. But this is back in 1973. There was the Cypriot Greek-Turkish war going on, the civil war. So we were evacuated. Women and children were left, and I was there for about 6 months, I think, in ckery, one of the RAF bases. Okay, interesting. Kabir has said how to curb Limassol. Awesome. Okay, how to curb sugar cravings. Kabir from Chelmsford. Linda Stoke-on-Trent. Awesome. No, yeah, it was shit. But I'm alive, so it's all good. And all my parents are alive, so no harm. I'm going to answer this question before we get into it straight away. From Kabir has said, how do you curb sugar cravings? Sugar cravings only really come usually when calories are too low, because if you're satiated, if you're full, you tend to not crave carbohydrates. So I would always look at what are you eating in the day that's maybe allowing your blood sugar to drop, to fall. Maybe you're not getting enough calories. Maybe you're eating too much sugar, because that can cause you to crave more. Because what happens when you eat sugar or high carb or processed food, blood sugar goes up, pancreas releases insulin, comes back down again, so you get that yo-yo effect. So that can be one of the main things for curbing sugar, is watching how much sugar you have in the first place. Sometimes you need a bit of discipline. A great tactic is to not have those things in the house. If you've got, like, I don't know what, for me it's savory stuff like Doritos or Pringles. If they're in the house, I'm going to eat them. Get to 9, 10 o'clock, maybe I've had a glass of alcohol or 2 on the weekend, they're going to get eaten. So don't have the sweets or the chocolates or the biscuits or the cakes, whatever your poison is, in the house. That's probably the best thing I would recommend. All right. Okay. Laura, thanks for the question. When you get up early in the morning, do a quick strength workout. What's the best snack? Or do an empty stomach? How do you muster up the motivation, overcome tiredness? What's the best thing to eat in the day? Oh, there's a few questions there. Okay, so I personally like to go to the gym on an empty stomach, but that's just me. Give me a bit more context. Are you going before work? So what I would probably do, just my honest opinion, is if you're going to the gym at like 6:30 or 7 for an hour and then coming back and shower and changing before you go to work or starting work, it's probably better to do it on an empty stomach. And your energy will not be dependent on what you eat first thing in the morning. You don't want to be getting up at 5:30 to eat to then go to the gym at 7. That's just my opinion. If you've eaten well the day before, bearing in mind your tank's going to be full, you're going to go to bed. Here's a scenario. If you filled up your car at the petrol station, gas tank, filled it up, parked it in the garage overnight, would you need fuel first thing in the morning? The reality is you wouldn't. So you're probably going to have enough fuel to get you through that workout. Hopefully that makes sense, Laura. What's the best snack? Again, give me some context. Definitely, I would do it on an empty stomach. It won't burn any more body fat because fasted or fed is irrelevant when it comes to burning body fat. It doesn't make any difference. But some people don't like to work out on an empty stomach. If that's you, then maybe you need to get up a little bit early and eat food. But practicalities for most people in the morning, probably not going to be able to fit that food in 60 to 90 minutes before the session. How do you muster up motivation to overcome tiredness? Go to bed earlier so you're not tired. That's the first thing. And when you're lacking motivation, it's not motivation that you need. I actually I'm going to post a video in the next couple of days explaining that. Usually you need a dirty great reason why. When someone's motivation is low, if you're relying on motivation, you're going to come up short. I'll tell you why. Because motivation is finite. It runs out. Like when you're in a good mood, when you're not tired and you're fed well and your boss isn't being an idiot and you're not arguing with your other significant other, motivation can be high. Yeah, I want to get to the gym. But if life gets in the way, what are you going to do when you're just not motivated? So you need something more that's going to pull you, and you need a dirty great reason why. So set your goals, look at what you're trying to achieve, and attach some emotion and passion around that reason why. That will overcome the motivation issues. It's rarely if you're always going to go, I need to be motivated to get going, you're going to come up short. Just my opinion. What's the best things to eat in the day? Again, it depends, Laura. Are you trying to lose body fat? I'm assuming you might be. Trying to lose weight? You're trying to bulk up? You're trying to gain muscle? Trying to maintain your weight? Open-ended question, but we probably want to increase protein levels in most people, control carbohydrates, good quality fat. So we want to have a balanced diet. And it really doesn't matter whether you have 1 meal, 3 meals, 5 meals, whatever works for you. But we can go into some more specifics. If you drop me a message, Laura, I'll gladly help you because it's quite a big, each one of your questions there, we could spend half an hour on. So we can't do that. But hopefully that's giving you a bit of something. What is the GHG method? That's a good question. All right, let's put that up. Let's just get this. All right, the GHG method. Well, the GHG method is just my method. GHG stands for my name. The GHG method is actually my book. If you're interested in getting this, you can get this on Amazon, probably the quickest way, or go to the ghgmethod.com and you can pick it up there, $15.99. It's about 48,000 words in there. This is just basically what I do in my coaching. So what I teach my clients, just the written form of what I would teach on my 12-week coaching program. The GHG method, that is my name. My initials are GHG. Gav Gillibrand. I'm not going to tell you my middle name. I do tell you in the book. So if you want to know, if you give a shit, you probably don't, pick up a copy of the book. So that's the GHG method. Thanks for that question, Karen. All right, Laura. Yeah, lose weight. Look, Laura, I would say drop me a message and I'll help you. How much weight do you want to lose, just out of interest? Thoughts on keto? Oh, awesome. Here's the thing. Look, keto is just one way to help people lose body fat. It's no better or worse than any other diet, like all diets. Keto, being a vegan, paleo, South Beach, Atkins, any diet that's out there, okay, they all work on the same mechanism. And that's by getting you into a calorie deficit, because that's the only way you can lose weight. You have to be burning more than you're taking in. So keto is just one way of doing that. There's nothing magical about keto. Now, keto is, as you know, keeping carbohydrates at a minimum. And if you're really in ketosis, it probably means going below 20 or even 10 grams a day. Now, that's very, very hard for most people. An apple is about 20 grams of carbohydrates. So look, if you don't want to have fun, you don't want to have carbs, ice cream, pizza, bread, alcohol, pasta, rice, fucking do keto. But if you want to have a life, stay away from it, because it's no better or worse than having carbohydrates. The studies have shown when calories are matched, having low carb or high carb won't make any difference to your fat loss. What matters is the total calories for the day. So calorie deficit will trump everything. So I wouldn't do keto. Look, there's some benefits if you're epileptic. Keto has shown some good effects in some studies. But if you're an average person that enjoys carbohydrates, why the hell would you want to do keto? Why the hell would you want to do it? You know. Hello, people coming in. Cindy, awesome. There you go. Look, Cindy, great, £100, and I would never say it's a bad thing to do. It's a lifestyle. The thing is with keto, if you want to really do keto, you have to do it properly. To get your body into ketosis takes time, and it's tricky, and it's very hard to maintain. It's not practical. However, the people that do it get fantastic results because all they're doing is just doing a different methodology to get them into calorie deficit. So Cindy, yeah, awesome. You magically lost £100, and intermittent fasting. Just do something. Awesome. Yeah, look, and again, Cindy, I wouldn't criticize anyone that wants to do it. If you love it and it's practical and it makes sense to your lifestyle and you can maintain and you don't feel it's too restrictive. The problem I see with anything like keto or anything that's very restrictive, if someone's at a barbecue, actually a barbecue is a bad example because you can eat all the meat, right? But let's say they go to dinner and they're I'm doing keto. They then have to look at the menu and just not order carbs. And then if someone is saying to themselves, I just wish I can go back to being normal. If that's your narrative in your head, then that's probably not a good thing to do it. If you're loving it and you're losing weight and you feel great and it's practical and it doesn't interrupt with your lifestyle, absolutely do it. Look, my philosophy is getting results. So that means helping someone get into a calorie deficit. Now I look at all my clients. I'm working with over 20 clients at the moment. All of them are following slightly different diets. They eat different foods. Some like more carbs than others. Some like more of an intermittent fasting keto lifestyle. I don't recommend that for most people because for most people it's not practical. However, if it works for you and you're getting results and you feel great, absolutely do it. Why would you change? So I'm not anti-keto. I'm not anti anything. I'm pro results. Hopefully that makes sense. Cindy, awesome. Where are you calling in from, Cindy? I'm glad you've lost all that weight. It's amazing. Yeah, it is. It is hard when you go off the reservation. It's tough to maintain all the time, but if you can do it. Jonathan, is it Crowley? Hillary? I don't know what you mean by that. This is a Hillary's. Come on, have they? Cindy, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, any more questions? All right, okay, someone, LinkedIn user, whoever's LinkedIn user. I don't know why he always sometimes says LinkedIn user. I need to tone up without losing weight. The best diet, please. Well, here's the thing. You probably can't tone up without losing weight. Now, I just want to explain exactly when someone says they want to tone up, what they mean is they want to lose body fat and increase muscle. So whether you're a guy or a girl, I would assume you're female from that question. So to tone up, and it's really a bad phrase because what it means is you want to lose a bit of body fat and keep the muscle that you've got. So unless you're putting muscle on and you're burning body fat, the weight would stay the same potentially. But if you're looking to lose 5 or 10 pounds, you're going to have to lose some body fat, and that's going to change the weight on the scales. Okay, I hope it makes sense. So the best diet, there is no best diet. The best diet is the one that you can stay on the longest, you enjoy. It's not much of a chore. You can do it every day. You enjoy the foods, but you're in a calorie deficit. So there's no best diet. You pick one, but make sure you're burning more than you're taking in. LinkedIn user, I hope that helps you. Makes sense? Going for the questions. Arkansas, awesome. Arkansas, brilliant. Okay, cool. Once I reach my goal, and I only exclude sugar and bread. Well, that's probably not a bad thing. So I take it you're having fruits, vegetables, maybe some rice, a little bit of controlled carbohydrates now, Cindy. Sounds like it. Cool. Linda, brilliant. LinkedIn user is called Linda, and she said, "I'm a girl. It makes sense. Thanks, Linda. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome." All right. So, well, we've got 7 viewers. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining us, we're talking fitness, fat loss, Q&A. You're going to ask the questions. I'm going to give you the answers. We're going to go anywhere, whatever you want to know, how to lose weight, how to build muscle, how to stay in shape, what to eat, the best diet to be on, keto, fasting, veganism, anything you want to know, we're going to talk about it. Okay, no fruit, no veggies. Oh, Cindy, no fruit, no veggies. What are you eating? Tell me what you're eating, just out of interest. All right, whilst that's coming in, I'm going to go to the post that I put up today on LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere. And I said 9 unpopular truths for some. And I said, number 1, all calories count, even the ones you forget to count. Now, I put up a post yesterday on social media where I'd seen some fitness girl on Instagram basically said that you can eat. She'd given a box of food. She'd said cheese, eggs, olives, sausage, different meats and stuff. And I know what she was meaning. She was meaning if you ate a lot of those foods, they were likely to fill you up. So you probably then wouldn't overeat. But she said you could have unlimited amounts of that. So I put that up, put the post up and said she was talking rubbish, which she was, because if you're trying to get someone to be in a calorie deficit, if you put a burger and sausages and olives and cheese, I could eat 3,000 calories in one go. I'm going to get fat because of that. Most people will not have the ability to say, you know what, I'm full, I'm not going to eat enough. So I kind of knew what she was saying, but she was actually incorrect. So I put up there, all calories count, even the ones that don't. Now, people say, to lose body fat, do I have to calorie count? No, you absolutely don't. Of course you don't. But it's just a great way of doing things. Like, you don't have to keep a record of the money you've got coming in each month. You've got your income, your wages, your salary, whatever coming in every month. Most people do. Whatever source that's from, it's coming in. And you don't have to keep a record of your outgoings, your mortgage, your health payments, your car payments, the kids' expenses. You don't have to keep a record of it. But if you don't keep a track of your finances is going to be a mess. And that's why we track calories, because then we've got a rough idea of what's coming in. We can control what you're expending from the exercise, and we can make the equation work. And it's the best way that I know to help someone lose body fat. But do you have to do it? No, you don't. You can eat intuitively. But here's the thing. 70% of America are quite overweight and obese. So I would say, from the evidence, from the stats, that intuitive eating, or letting people eat whatever they want, is not working. People do not. People love food. So people do not say, you know what, I'm full. If you're like me, I'm an absolute pig with my food. If you put a pizza in front of me, I will eat it, all of it, all 14 inches, and probably 2 or 3 slices of yours as well if you leave some. That's about 3,000 calories. And afterwards, I say, I'm never going to do that again. I'm literally bloated, my stomach, I've got a food baby. So I can't turn and I'm into fitness. I know I shouldn't eat that. It makes me feel rough afterwards, but I like food, cheese and bread and garlic and tomato sauce and anything that on a pizza is amazing. It's like crack to me. So I know that I'm overeating. I don't have 3 slices and say, you know what? I'm probably going to eat more calories than I'm burning here, so I'm going to stop. And most of the world don't do that. Most of the world that have got access to unlimited food, so the Western world. So intuitive eating is bollocks. Most people can't do it. If you can do it, awesome. But here's the thing. I don't track my calories because I've been a personal trainer or been in the fitness industry for probably 30 years now, nearly 30 years, showing my age. So instinctively, I know what 2,000 calories looks like, and I would still put a few pounds on. If I wanted to get in shape, I would start tracking. So to answer someone's question there, I just saw John. It's a good question there, sir. What do you use for calorie counting? MyFitnessPal. There's loads out there, but that's the basic one. You can get it for free. Although, excuse me, I recommend my clients update to the premium because there's a few settings that we want to use, but it's free and it's a great idea. MyFitnessPal, that would be it. All right, questions. LinkedIn user, is that Linda or is it someone else? Best quick workout for fat loss. There's no specific workout that will help you burn body fat. So let's just clear that up. You burn body fat by burning more calories than you're taking in. Now, certain workouts will burn more calories in the session, but it will largely determine on the food that you eat over the day. So if you're looking for the most intense workout to burn calories, if you're doing it like bang for buck, the answer would probably be sprints up a hill. Like really pushing multiple sprints. It would burn a lot of calories in the shortest space of time. Or a Tabata workout. Tabata workout is where you do 4 minutes, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds on, off. Sorry, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds on, and repeat that 4 times, usually between 2 exercises. Like you could do jumping squats and then press ups and repeat that 4 times, or any variation. So it's a brutal workout. So in terms of burning the most calories in the shortest amount of time, high intensity workouts, that would be the answer to that question. But your actual question, the best workout for fat loss, there's no answer to that. The best workout, if you could do cardio or weight training, I would always favor weight training over cardio, because you're building muscle, you're getting strong, you're shaping your body, you're going to burn a few more calories over the next couple of days. There's not too much. There's like that's been overstated EPOC, which is exercise post-oxygen consumption. Everyone thought that we were ramping up your calories for the next 40 hours. It's over-exaggerated. But workout, building muscle, building muscle and resistance training would be favored over cardio. That said, a hard cardio session would probably burn more calories than the average weight training session. But the long-term effects, you're going to get more long-term effects from the weight training session. So if you could only work out 3 times a week and you wanted to build the most muscle and burn the most fat, which most of you guys should be aiming to do if you're trying to stay in shape, whether you're a female or male, I would give someone weight training sessions over cardio. If you could get a 4th session in, maybe you could do some cardio as well. A lot of people make the mistake of just doing cardio. It'll burn calories, you can still lose weight there, but it's not optimal for health, for strength, for building muscle, which is going to help you long term to stay in shape, boost your metabolism. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Oh, look. Karen in Cyprus has got to go. She's got to feed the cats. You might recall the cat situation in Cyprus. I don't recall the cat situation in Cyprus. Karen, I was 6 months old. I don't recall anything from Cyprus, if I'm honest. I know where it is in the Mediterranean, and I've always wanted to go back. I've been to Crete and I've been to Rhodes, but I never quite got to Cyprus. But I should. I do love that kind of part of the Mediterranean. Thanks for answering questions, offering expertise. You agreed with literally everything you said. I hope to catch you next live. Yeah, well, this time next week, every Thursday, 5 p.m. BST, I shall be here. So thanks for Karen. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. All right, new messages. All right, what have we got? Embrace the suck. John has said, that's interesting. Do you not need to get rid of the fat first before trying to build the muscle? No, absolutely not. Building muscle is going to help you burn more body fat. But John, what I would recommend, because that's a great topic, is send me a message and I'll help you and we can talk about what I would do. That's what I'm doing with my clients all day long. A lot of people think, yeah, I'm just going to burn, get rid of the body fat and then build some muscle. By building muscle and getting strong is going to be the most effective way of staying in shape and burning body fat. Because the more muscle you've got on your body, it's metabolically expensive. You're going to burn more calories when you're standing at your desk, doing a LinkedIn Live, or sleeping, or walking, or playing with the kids, or anything. So it's the best way to burn fat is by building muscle. But drop me a message, please, if you don't mind, if you want me some help, to give you some help. All right. Yes, Cindy, absolutely. Current state, all running, very little strength. Got to get some strength work in there. And this is not sexist. This is just being real with you guys. For you ladies that are listening to this, you absolutely need some type of strength training, whether you like it or not, as you guys get older, get into 40s, 50s, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, strength training strengthens your bones as well as your muscles and makes you look good. So it's the quickest way to stay in shape, burn body fat, look strong, look healthy. How you guys want to look, you can get that by doing strength training, and the long-term benefits of strength training as you ladies age and all of us age. And look, we're going one way and we're getting older every single year. So you've got to get some strength training in there, guys. All right. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go back to my post. So I said one was all calories count, even the ones you forget to count. Number two, carbs help you lose body fat. They don't hinder your progress. Now, hands up if you've ever heard that carbs make you store body fat. Eating carbs late at night is not good for your body fat, gaining weight. We've all done it. We've heard it. Who's believed it? We've all believed it. 15, 20 years ago, that's what we were taught. Bullshit. Carbs will actually help you lose body fat, because the only way you gain body fat is by being in calorie surplus. Now, that surplus could come from carbs, protein, or fat, or alcohol. So it's calories that will make you gain body fat, not carbs. Now, what do carbs do? They give you energy. That's not to say you can't get energy from fat. You can. If you're keto, you can be very energized, in fact, and you don't have to run. Fortunately, our body will run on two sources of fuel for energy, either fat or carbs. Probably, fat is probably a cleaner burning source of fuel, but carbohydrates are in everything. So all my clients are on 100 grams of carbs plus every single day, and they're burning body fat. So why do I say that carbs will help you burn body fat? Because if you've got energy and you've got power and you've got strength and you feel motivated to go to the gym and your brain's switched on, which you get from carbs, you're more likely to go for the run and be powerful and maybe run a bit further or faster. So that could help you burn more calories, which could help you get into a calorie deficit. Okay, so do not fear carbs when it comes to your diet or weight loss, because it's just not true. Just not true. Cindy, you're going to be 51 in September. My last two awesome testimonials were ladies in their 50s, 54 and 56, I think, and both of them lost over 20 pounds. Lynn lost 22 pounds in 12 weeks, and Christine lost 24 pounds. And most of the ladies I work with are in their late 40s, early 50s, and I'm showing them how to do strength training. So if you want to have a conversation, please drop me a message. I'm more than happy to help. Don't fear the weights, regardless of your age. It's very important. Okay, I'm going to go on to the third point. Right, this is a bone of contention for a lot of people. Hands up if you've ever heard eating carbs after 7 p.m. makes you fat, because or any food, a lot of food at night, because your body, you're going to go to sleep and your body just stores those carbohydrates, makes you fat. Again, it's just one of those myths. It's irrelevant when you eat your food. Now, if you have a big meal at 10 p.m. and then go to bed, it won't make you any fatter, but it will mess up your sleep. And if you mess up your sleep, you sleep badly, it can mess up a couple of important hormones, leptin and ghrelin. Leptin is a satiety hormone, ghrelin is a hunger hormone. When those two are skewed, you're never full and you're always hungry. So you tend to overeat the next day. And it tends to be sugar, carbs, salty foods, lack of nutrient type foods. So you might get fat because of your behaviors the next day. But eating a big meal at night, apart from making you sleep terribly for most people, not everyone, it won't make any difference to your fat loss or fat gain. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, Leanne. Hi, Leanne. What's your favorite nutrition fitness podcast? Okay, I've got a couple of good ones. Listening to at the moment, a guy called Sean Stevenson has got one called The Model Health Show. Fucking brilliant. Definitely get up on that one. He is awesome. I met the guy in the States, but really good. You'll enjoy him. I would recommend that to anyone. Second one I would recommend is a guy called Ben Greenfield Fitness Podcast. And he's more of a biohacker. So he's into like all the woo, as I like to call it, a bit woo-woo, a bit out there, EMF, tracking, blood glucose monitoring, but his knowledge around fitness and nutrition is second to none. He's got a very good book, which I'm going to grab right now. come off screen. All right, Leanne, check this one out. Boundless by Ben Greenfield. I'm not sponsored by Ben Greenfield. I'm not making a commission. It's a big old weighty book. I actually bought it for 4 friends for Christmas, but it's excellent. But check his podcast out and look at his book. They're the main two that spring to mind. Hopefully that answers that question. Other than my own, of course. Well, our podcast is, which we're missing the podcast actually. If you've listened to it, obviously you have. It's good, but it's fun. For me and Luke, it was just the funniest thing. I've never laughed as hard as I have done when I was recording those episodes. Sorry. So it was more for getting together, having great fun, having banter like two lads, but also some very serious topics as well. So I loved it, and I'm missing it. And COVID killed it. So fuck you, COVID. Anyway, thanks for that, Leanne. Right. Back to my post. I mentioned that point before. All right. A lot of people say that I want to lose body fat. And I know that tracking is probably a good way of doing that, which it is. But I think it's obsessive. I don't want to be punching in my food and after every meal and tracking. Okay, well, here's the thing. It's only obsessive if you think it's obsessive. Remember, something is only what you believe it to be. So it's all about perception. If you believe that you're going to be wasting your time and I'm obsessive and I want us to eat, that's fine. But look, most of us track our income. And the ones that don't are in debt and get to issues with their credit cards. But people have got money coming in, outgoing is going out. You're tracking that. So why is it obsessive to track your calories? If you're trying to lose weight, you've got 20, 30 pounds to lose. The best way to do that is to track your calories, without a doubt. So it's not obsessive. Okay, so I'm just answering that question I had before. All right, here's a good one for you guys. The earth is not flat and supported by a flying turtle and 4 elephants. Sorry, flat-tards. Now, I always put a flat earth post in and around some of my posts because I've got a friend who's a flat earther, Harry, if he's ever watching or listening to this. We love him. He's a great friend of ours, great friend of mine. But he's a flat earther. He's got some different views. The earth's not flat. I don't believe him. He tries to show me all these videos and the proof of why we're on this flat earth and we're surrounded by an ice wall, like in Game of Thrones. But I'm personally going to go with the science over the last 500 years. We discovered that the earth, we believed it was flat, and then we realized it wasn't. Some scientist back in the day, 500 years ago, discovered that. And the simple piece of evidence that I would offer to someone that believes the earth is flat is the ISS, the International Space Station. Now, unfortunately, the flat earthers say it's fake. Anytime you see pictures of them and you can see the earth curved and, the satellite moving along and taking pictures of the earth, they go, oh, it's fake. It's done in a studio, CGI. Can you imagine the amount of people that would have to be in on that scam to fake that? There's like probably 1,000 people that work at NASA, maybe more, I don't know, keeping them quiet, and all the pilots and anyone that circumnavigated the globe in a boat, like satellites, and it's ludicrous. It's mind-blowing, the fact that we even have this conversation. So I don't believe the earth is flat. Some of you might be a flat earther. Some of you might be flat earthers, or flat-tards, as I call them. Very not politically correct for me to say that, but fuck it, I'm going to say it anyway. It's funny. So the earth is not flat, in my opinion, but I would love to be able to actually see the earth myself. There's another piece of evidence as well. The Japanese have got satellites, I think something like 200 miles above Earth, and they take pictures, live pictures of the Earth every couple of minutes, so they can see it over 24 hours. So you can see it, and it's live, and we've got evidence. And again, flat earthers say it's fake. So what can you do? What can you do when they say, oh, it's fake? When you show them evidence and they say it's fake, there's almost like blind faith. So there's no telling these guys. All right, that's flat earth. Here's a good one that could be relevant to a lot of you guys, and a bit of a misconception and a myth. A lot of people think that you need to give up alcohol if you're trying to lose body fat, and it's not the truth. because alcohol, although it's not particularly healthy for you, in fact, it's a poison. It's ethanol, alcohol, it's addictive, it's a depressant. There's no nutrients that are beneficial to a human, but it does taste good. It makes us feel good temporarily, causes a lot of problem, costs the country, the world, millions and millions of dollars in whatever. That's not the debate here. But can you lose body fat and still have a drink? The answer is yes, because it's just calories. Now, quick lesson on the calories. There's 4 calories in a gram of protein, 4 calories in a gram of carbohydrate, 9 calories in a gram of fat, 7 calories in a gram of alcohol. So yeah, it's crap calories, empty calories, nutrientless. It's worthless in the body, but you could have a couple, 2 or 3 drinks every night. But it's a waste of calories. If you're eating a calorie-controlled diet and you're trying to get into a deficit, by having 300, 400, 500 calories from alcohol, that's 500 calories that you can't have from food, where you're going to feel satiated, full up. You're going to get some nutrients. You're going to get some taste, some value from it. You're not going to get anything from alcohol. That said, if you're in a calorie deficit, you can get drunk every night and still be in shape or still lose body fat. So that hopefully will answer that question. Right, I was going to quickly check the board. Any more coming in? Any more questions? No one for the moment. Let's go to my next point. All right, number 8. Pizza is the answer to nearly every question you may have for me. Why do I say that? Well, what can I say about pizza? It's amazing. It's bread, it's cheese. I've said this before already. Say it again. Bread, cheese, tomato sauce, all your favorite toppings. Oh, pizza. I love pizza. Having a pizza tomorrow night in our house. Pizza. What's to say? That's the answer. Like a cheat meal. I'm going to have pizza. And it's not the answer to everything, but it can certainly solve a lot of problems. Pizza makes the world go round. Or is that money? But anyway. Right. And my last point, not really a question around fat loss. It was just a nice little comment that I made. I said, despite the differences in race, religion, politics, and the big V, and I'm talking about the vaccine, because it's pretty divisive, isn't it? Some people say we should have it. Some people are anti-vax. Some people say they don't need it. I'm not going to get into anyone's opinions. But despite that, all those differences, we pretty much all want the same thing, which is to be happy, healthy, and to take care of our family. That's the reality. I don't care who you believe in, what government you're into, what race, what religion, whether you believe in God, whether you don't believe in God. Like, everyone's different. And there's so many divisions in this world, which I think is all bullshit. We're all made from flesh and blood. We're all exactly the same. You take away all the values and the fears and the beliefs, we're all exactly the same underneath. And when it comes down to it, we just want to be happy, healthy, and look after our family. That would actually be a great thing, a great place to end this live. I might just do that. There's no one else on. Seems like a good time. Well, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes, and that'll take us to 40 minutes. If anyone else wants to come on, ask a question, I will just quickly check the chat, see if anyone's waiting to come on or waiting with a question. If not, I'm going to end it because that seems like a great place to finish the live. Okay, 1 minute. Someone come on, ask me a question. If not, we're going to end it. All right, that's it. 40 minutes, guys. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Facebook, or you're on my Facebook page, in my group, whether you're on YouTube. I really do appreciate you. It's been good. I've enjoyed these lives. Remember, 5 p.m. BST, it's British summertime here in the UK. Every Thursday, I'm going to be here. Come with your questions on anything. I love just getting thrown anything. Fat loss, fitness, staying in shape, building muscle, mindset, flat earth, pizza, various motivational platitudes, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about on this show. I shall see you on the next show next week.
See, I like to be taken for dinner and drinks first before you slip your hands into my knicker. Call me old-fashioned. I'm kind of a big deal. Sake.